guys, so I'm just gonna be responding to comments from our previous video, but just in case you're new to the channel and new to Diamond Shop, my name is Roanna and we've got
Rocket
and
Lily.
That's right. So when we started Diamond Shop, I was actually pregnant and we only had a Facebook page, and then eventually we had a website where our customers could actually purchase diamond paintings, and Zuli was just born. So how old are you now, Zuli?
4.
Wanna say hi to Ida?
Hi, Ida!
Blow, blow! To Ida! What about Zuli? Blow kiss. So I've got one for Manuela Bush. I just thought that you guys should see them again because it's been a long time. But let me just go and respond to some of the comments that we had with that video I posted on how we now have lesser colors on diamond paintings. This Goddess of the Nights. So this one currently has 40 colors. And mainly it's really just to be able to kind of have a more detailed look without having to compromise so much on, we've got 5 different colors of beads that are pretty much the same color, but it's labeled as a different code because a software has an automatic quota of saying you must produce 45 colors no matter what. So it's basically 35, 36, sometimes we have a diamond painting that has more colors if it needs to be more colors. So that's the reason why we did it. So we do have some people who are saying that they prefer how it was before. We've got March C who says, same thoughts, I prefer the old way of rendering, and the slight hue changes make a huge difference on blending and transition of colors. Having a minimum number of colors is not a must, but if the artwork and size calls for confetti to get it as close to the artwork, then so be it. And that's really what we're trying to aim for, because if there is a bunch of you out there who like a lot of confetti because you know that it adds detail to the painting. There's also a bunch actually who have been emailing us for years and telling us, you know, you guys have way too much confetti. And I myself, when I diamond paint, I sometimes notice that I've basically put in one code on the background, which is like an off-white color, and then left out the other code, which I would assume is another color. But when I check the beads, they're pretty much the same color. So I was like, why did I even have to like keep switching different colors when they're the exact same thing? And once again, according to our factory, that's because of the minimum quota of the number of colors, that it basically just divides the same hue, the same color into, let's say, 5 different codes just to meet a different color on the code sheet, on the legend, on the side of the canvas. So it didn't make sense to keep doing that. So we're like, you know what, let's just not push it, and if it only calls for 35 colors, 36 colors, 40 colors, then so be it. It doesn't have to be like a minimum. So this one is in square beads, and this has a total of 36 colors right there. 36. So as you can see, it's still very detailed. We've got the lower section still to be completed, but for the top part, we've got her face very clear. We've got the horse's face, and everything is still very much detailed. Because we also learned that at times when there's way too many colors, sometimes like the software is trying to like figure out, okay, how do I come up with like 50 colors? I'm gonna try to dissect every single hue, every single shade of the same color, just so that it can reach the quota of minimum 45 or 50 colors. And what tends to happen is then you have these like spotting on the skin, which obviously, you know, I don't think you guys would like to put freckles on the face of the image if the image really doesn't have any freckles on her face. But that usually ends up what's happening when there is way too many colors for the design. So sometimes it's actually best that it is just complementary to the actual design and not just reaching a minimum quota of like minimum of X amount of colors, because it really all depends. Got a bunch of others saying that we have lessened the colors because it's a cost-cutting situation, which is actually not the case, because if not anything, we've actually spent a lot more, especially during the pandemic. And if some of you don't know, we have moved from Manila, Philippines to Boracay Island, Philippines. And you know, during the time of the pandemic, we thought that we'd have to shut down because most businesses had to shut down pretty much. But fortunately, we were able to operate, but we had to move our office elsewhere just to make sure that the kids would be safe. And in that span of time, for about 2 years, we had Rocket and Zuli pretty much just cooped up in a tiny apartment in a condominium, and it was on the 59th floor, so they were literally on a tower. And you know, for 2 years we just kind of kept them busy with some costumes purchased online so they can play dress up every day if they want to. You might have seen some of those videos where they have those dino costumes that's got the motorized air pumping into it, so it looks like they're riding on dinosaurs. Those were fun, you know. But no matter how many costumes we get them, and no matter how much we try to make their lives as full as possible, they're still pretty much cooped up inside our unit. And for almost 2 years, especially in the Philippines, because I don't know how it is in your country, but during the pandemic, when it hit, we had very, very strict rules in the Philippines, to the point that for 2 months on end, there would be a lockdown, which means nobody in the house could actually leave except for one person, who was the designated person that can be the only one to leave and be allowed to leave. Like, you literally have like a sort of pass to be able to be on the street. Like, if you know, the officials see you and they say, "Where's your pass?" and you don't have one, then you'd be like fined or sent to jail, or you know, those are just some of the restrictions and the punishments. And so for almost 2 years, they had to stay indoors. What we had was anybody who was below the age of, I believe it was like 16 or something, or 14, and above the age of 65 could not leave their homes. So basically we had 2 kids who were, you know, I didn't want them to be psychologically affected by being cooped up. It's like they were literally in a bunker, but that bunker is in a tower instead of under the ground. We'd have delivery people, you know, delivering pizza or delivering stuff, and they'd want to make friends with the delivery person because they hadn't seen anybody else except for myself, my husband Reggie, and our nanny, and I didn't like how that would be for their mental state. And so we made a decision and decided, you know, we need to go and live somewhere where they can be more free, where there's less restrictions, where there's nature, they don't have to be stuck in a room the entire time. And so now we are moved to Boracay Island in the Philippines. I'll show you a map of that here on the screen if you're not familiar with the geography. But are you guys having fun here?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, you know, here they get to swim on the beach, you know, they get to play. Everyone's not as scared, because in Manila, everybody's like, they won't even, you know, sometimes people would even shut the elevator door as it's opening if they see that there's another person trying to get into the same elevator that they are in. Like, even if you're with kids, they will like press that 2 arrows thing to like make the elevator doors shut instead of open, because they're saying, no, we do not want to be in the same room with you because you could be a potential carrier, you know. So there's just a lot of that stigma in Manila, and that's why we're here. So that's one of the main reasons. And then of course, to make that move and to make that switch, we also had to consider our staff, who would always be under basically the rules of the government, you know. So when there's lockdowns, then we don't have staff that's able to leave their homes because all the public transportations are suspended. And even then, if you are traveling, there would be instances that only people who are going to the hospital for emergency purposes and other emergency reasons can actually travel. Like, basically everybody stopped working. So we had to go through that difficulty and challenge of never knowing when that's going to arise and when that's going to happen. And obviously it means every single day that would happen, we would be late
on fulfilling orders to you guys. So much so that during the last few months before we made the move last year here to Boracay in July, we had basically paintings that were being waited upon for about 3 to 4 months already. Really careful, you know, by our customers, and we don't want you guys waiting that long for paintings to arrive. And so we had to make a way to make sure that whatever it is that you guys are paying for, that you're getting it as soon as possible. We all know that our factory is in China. We're not the ones physically churning out the beads ourselves here in the Philippines. We showed you guys that when we went to China just before the pandemic in 2019. We all know that it's in China, and so pretty much instead of having it shipped to us here in the Philippines, as much as we want to put so much love into it and our loving energy, you know, like Rocket would put stay safe, or Razuli would include drawings in the packages. And I personally, you know, we're a mom and pop shop. This is how we all started with, you know, I was doing all of this by myself until eventually my husband said, you know, let me help you out. But, you know, we love being able to send love to our customers because we love you guys. Without you guys, there would be no DIYmoon shop. And so as much as we want to keep doing that, because of these different government restrictions and whatnot, it would mean we can send our love out to you in exchange of you having to wait an extra month or two just so that we can have that transit, that, you know, from our factory to us, so we can put some love into it and then ship it out to you. And although I know that a lot of you do love that and you don't mind the wait, we also do have pretty much an equal amount of people who actually, you know, send us an email saying we want to get a refund because we don't want to keep waiting anymore. You know, we don't care about the digest volume videos. We don't care about, I just want to buy and I want you to send me the product that I bought. And so once again, it's difficult for us to kind of please everybody, obviously, but we had to find like a middle ground, you know? We had to find a way where we can make, you know, this group of people happy and this group of people happy. The ones who are willing to wait for the, you know, for the care and love we put into everything, and the ones who say, you know what, I don't need all the bells and whistles of, you know, a fancy gift wrapper on my package. I just want my product and I want to be able to start my project. So we had to find somewhere to be in the middle so that we can kind of show you guys that we're constantly trying to find ways how to make sure that everybody's happy as a customer, and we provide as much as possible excellent customer service, quality products and whatnot. So we really do appreciate all of your comments on the previous video. Rest assured, we are taking things into consideration and we do appreciate your constructive feedback. In the meantime, I thought just to let you guys know what exactly we're doing here in Boracay, and you know why we had to make that move and why we had to make that change of shipping straight from the factory instead of having it sent to the Philippines, and then from the Philippines taking another week or so to be packed up and then sent out to you guys. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. Once again, if it doesn't, you guys know what to do. You can comment below, ask away, and we'll make another video basically explaining you know, any questions, answers to any questions that you may have. In the meantime, please, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please hit the subscribe button. And if you like this video, what do we like? Give it a thumbs up, and we'll post more videos such as this. In the meantime, we just released a new artist. So we'd like to congratulate Risa Arts for joining the DIYmoon Shop Artist Collective. And these guys have seen her artwork. So this is the finished Risa Art diamond painting. Isn't it pretty?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What is she, Zuli? She's like a warrior, right?
Yeah.
It's called the Winter Knight. Not night as in day and night, but a knight is like a soldier.
Yeah.
Right?
In the relevant time.
It's spelled, it's the same as night, like day and night, but with a K. So there you go. That is the Winter Knight by Risa Art.
So thank you for joining our Artist Collective, Risa. And we are so happy to be welcoming this artist. She's got amazing designs that are now available at the shop. And these are just the debut collection, so check it out. Also, Rocket Zuli, do you know that they get free special treatment when they purchase a Risa Art diamond painting? Yeah! So, for a limited time only, when you make a purchase of the debut collection of Risa Art, you get the special treatment. Oh, I like that. You get the special treatment free, and this is for a limited time only. So make sure you check out the website, DIYmoonshop.com, and you'll be able to see up to what date if this promo is going to be available for. But yeah, there you go. Congratulations to our latest artist. We are excited to have more years with her as Zuli. So, you know, we kind of had to like lessen a lot of their FaceTime on the videos once again because I just wanted to have them focus on just being kids and just, you know, living their lives, playing. And I thought since they kind of like back to like normal with how kids should be in the world, having friends, having social interactions, they're able to go to kids' birthday parties, you know, they're taking different kinds of classes, like regular kids, like it's regular era, not pandemic time, not COVID time. So I thought it's probably great to have them back on these videos again. Do you guys want that? You want to keep saying hi to everybody? Some of them have seen you guys grow from like a baby. How old are you now, Rocket? 8. Rocket is 8 and he's turning 9 actually next month. So it's very, very soon on July 23. Zuli just turned 4 in February 11th. So she'll be 5 next year, right? Okay, all right. Should we say... More dancing. Okay, maybe that's something we can bring back too. They used to do these diamond VIP dances. Now we're all happy again. Maybe we can do that again. What do you guys think? Should we bring that back? All the diamond dances? Yeah. If you don't know what I mean, just look it up on some of my videos on my channel, Romana Hamir. We used to have all of their diamond dance VIPs on there. So if you'd like to have us bring that back, let us know as well. And for anything else, please, we're just here for you and always continuously trying to find ways to better serve you guys and to bring you amazing artists and also to continue supporting great artists worldwide. All right, I think it's time to say goodbye. Bye! Thanks,